The roots of the nature ethic in Edmonton go right back to the start of the city in 1904. We were fortunate to have many generations where we were able to protect the river valley and ravine systems. So we have a big river valley, the North Saskatchewan River Valley, and there are 27 connecting ravines. These particular natural areas that we have provide many ecosystem services that are really important, from stormwater to habitat to other kinds of functions that we have that you would not get a benefit any other way unless you had nature in your city. One of the things we're interested in is restoring some of the wetlands. We could clean the water before it gets into the North Saskatchewan River. We want to provide some habitat for fish, and we want to just recreate the native vegetation around it to extend this experience all the way down to the river. Here today at Roper Natural Area, we see one of the remedies we have to do for watershed restoration. Back in the 1950s, it seemed like a good idea to fill in the creek with a pipe. But over time, the water increased and it started to flood. We had to come up with a solution to deal with that flooding problem. So we decided to build a wetland natural park that could accommodate the stormwater flows and the volumes. People enjoy the ravine. What you'll see many times through the day and through the seasons, people are walking on the trails, they're cycling. It's a favorite place for people to take their dogs, and picnic areas. One of the great things about working in Edmonton and building the city is we do have a common goal to accommodate nature. So whether you're an engineer, a land use planner, ecologist, landscape architect, we have all found ways to work together. We want our citizens to tell us what they want, so we've worked on different methods and programs in order to bring those connections. It's really important for a city to plan for nature and incorporate nature into its overall functionality of the city. We're a city of around 800,000 or 900,000, but what are we going to be like when we're 2 million people? We've had to innovate and figure out how to develop or restore wetlands, how to create wildlife passages so our animals can move through the system. It's to accommodate for nature and animals, wildlife as a right in its own, but also it's a human-dominated landscape, and people get a lot of benefit from it. They find it's a great place to relax and get away from the stresses of everyday life. It is where a lot of Edmontonians recreate. Joining the Biophilic Cities Network is going to give us access to other cities that are like-minded, and we'll get to see the kind of approaches that they take as well.